I'm Kyriacou, the House Whisperer. I'm an architect and I have been working with people and their homes for some 40 years now. For the last 18 years or so, I have developed a process and understanding of a much greater depth into why people have the issues and problems that they do when they move to a new home or living in an existing home. The understanding of the correlation of people and property is an absolute passion of mine. And so the question is, are you feeling at home where you live? Do you feel tired? Do you feel you can't sleep at night? Are there just problems with clutter in your space? You just cannot seem to clear it? Or just generally low energy? All these factors can be affected by several things. They can be affected by electromagnetic, electrical, EMFs, etc., the Wi-Fi, the phone masts, all this kind of thing. That's one aspect. The other is the earth energies. As a geomancer, I will work with the earth grids, and there are various types of those, and look at how they are affecting the space and deal with those in whatever ways are necessary. But the third and most powerful and significant problem that I find in my experience is the invisible energies of spirit, the invisible energies of the stories we carry in our soul that actually influence the space around us. So whatever has gone on in the house before you moved there will be lingering in the space, in the bricks and mortar, and actually be replaying with you and playing actually with your own personal energies. You carry your own stories. Now, if they match with the house, that's one thing. If they don't, there will be a battle going on. So the idea ultimately is to bring your heart and soul and your resonance into phase lock, into synchronicity with the heart and soul of the property, of your home. When that happens, everything will run smoothly because you're both then singing off the same song sheet. You're on the same journey and the house is supporting you. Many people say to me, I don't feel safe in my home. I feel like I'm in danger. I don't feel supported. Surely our home has to be sanctuary. Is your home your sanctuary? If not, why not? What is actually stopping it from wrapping its arms around you, protecting you, comforting you, and enhancing every aspect of the 9 areas of life, as we speak about in Feng Shui, for example? If all those areas aren't optimized because of the space, then they will impact on your life in a very negative way. So we go back to the absolute core of what is your purpose for coming to that house in the first place. There will be a reason. You have at some stage broadcast out to the universe, I want a new property, a flat, an apartment, a house, whatever. The house will pick that message up. Also remember that the house is a living conscious soul, and that has its own needs, desires, emotions, and so on. So that is going to be broadcasting, and you will pick that up. So people say, did I choose the house or did the house choose me? Interesting questions. I say both. Both of those are true. And it is the resonance of both of them coming together that this story is all about. It's exactly the same in a relationship between two people. They have an attraction to each other. There is a chemical reaction sometimes, and you've just got to have the other person. They just have to be in your life. It's the same with a building, the same with a home. with a property. And when we see it, we just know that it's for us and we have to have it. And so the journey begins. Now, if we know what that purpose is, that we have been attracted to that particular house, then we can work with it very consciously. And we can process issues that come up, things that may be out of sync with the house and our own lives. But if we don't, we start to actually battle against the house, fight against the energies, because the house is trying to do one thing, tell you another. You're trying to counteract it. You may be bringing in what I call gizmos into the house to try and fix the energies. You may be getting XYZ people to do this and to do that. But ultimately, it's about you seeing what the issue and purpose is for your being there that will enable the release, the resolution, and the bringing to rest of all these issues. All these other things are usually just quick fixes that do not last long. I have seen every level and aspect of this work over the years, and houses talk to me. They whisper to me because I'm listening to them. They talk to my soul. Even as a child, I would walk past a house and I would feel its pain. I would feel it and hear it and understand it. And of course now I can use those gifts that are just there naturally for me in actually helping people do the same thing for themselves and their homes and the correlation between them. And so when I'm called into a house, I will tune in, I will listen to what the soul of the house wants. And of course there are going to be many layers that are actually burying the original soul. And my work is to actually go right through, like a psychotherapeutic regression of the house, I call it, right back to its original soul, to its 0 point. And once I get to that point, you can actually see whether the original program and purpose of the house is still running, or if it's been overlaid with layers and layers and layers of people's lives and different stories, different negative energies, stuck spirits, entities, etc. All this stacked up on top of the original soul will create chaos for somebody moving in. They won't be able to connect to the original soul of the house. And of course, as human beings, we carry those same reflections. And remember, a house is a mirror of your own soul because you chose it, or it chose you, as we say. So by going deep into the psyche of the house, we're going deep into our psyche as well. And so the two working together are very powerful process. Just doing one on its own, you cannot fix a house on its own. You cannot send somebody in and say, go and clear my house of all the negative energies. It does not work. It may do temporary, quick fix, but it's this correlation of both of us. You can go out and get healing, go and get whatever therapy you like. But if you don't do it in parallel with the house, you will go out in the morning, get your therapy, your energy will increase, but you come back to the house is still holding the original blueprint, the original program that's running, and it will pull you back to that original energy. So if you can see that working both together actually allows the release and the merging of the heart waves so that you can work together. And when I've worked this with people, the results have been astonishing. I'm coming up now to nearly 1,008 consultations of people in their homes. And I can safely say there's probably not a situation I haven't come across in the devastation that this out of balance of a home and its energy and people creates in people's lives. The turmoil, the sickness and the health issues are extraordinary. So I can help you to understand, see, and choose to, if you wish, take on to correct, change, release whatever patterns are not serving you and not serving the house. And that will then lead to enormous changes in your life and well-beingness and good health and prosperity and so on. If you have any of these issues running in your lives and in your homes, please contact me and I'm happy to speak to you about how these can be resolved. I'm Kyriacou, the House Whisperer.